After getting bingoed last week, your LA Wakers are back for the final week of the regular season of SPL. While this is our last game before playoffs, we still want to end it off with a bang. But this week we have a tough opponent in CloverBells, whose team can be described as Sunroom, with a Murkrow that can set up both Sunny Days and Tailwind for both Great Tusk and Hisuian Typhlosion. Of course, he has his Trick Room mode supported by Farigarath for Ursaluna Blood Moon and Brute Bonnet. His Glacier gets stronger every single time it picks up a KO versus me, and he has two solid support Pokemon in Frostlass and Scraggy, plus a Rotom Wash to burn my team with Will-O-Wisp. This looked like a great matchup for Trick Room, Meteor Beam, Bronzong. Meteor Beam means I get a special attack raise and I can knock out Murkrow, Hisuian Typhlosion, Frostlass, or do a huge chunk to Glacier. Because this is an open team sheet, it's going to be really hard for him to go for Earth Power Earthquake into me, even though I'm heat proof. Which is great because my Bronzong can pick up KOs on both Ursaluna Blood Moon and Great Tusk with a +1 Grass Knot. And my Flash Cannon is just solid stab into Pokemon like Glacier and Frostlass. With heat proof, I don't have to worry about Hisuian Typhlosion's fire move, and my Terra Dark also allows me to stop Taunt from Murkrow, so I can set up Trick Room. Under Trick Room, my Eject Pack Hydrapple hits incredibly hard with Draco Meteors and Leaf Storms, allowing me to knock out Ursaluna or Murkrow and pivot into another Pokemon. But of course, I do have Pollen Puff to heal some of my remaining members, as well as my Bronzong, and protect just the Scout moves with Terra Water to make sure I can tank a hit from Hisuian Typhlosion's Eruption, as well as an Icicle Crash from Glacier. Considering how much of a threat Eruption Hisuian Typhlosion under Sun can be, I decided to bring an Assault Vest Manaphy to tank hits while also threatening back with a Scald or Knockoff. While Energy Ball can allow me to deal with Rotom Wash, and U-Turn can give me a strong hit into Brute Bonnet, but I can also Terra Grass in front of it to avoid Spore or much damage from Seed Bomb. Next up, I have a Choice Scarf Deoxys Speed to outspeed Hisuian Typhlosion and Great Tusk under Tailwind and deal with them with Psycho Boost. But if I don't want to miss, I can use Grass Knot versus Great Tusk as well as Ursaluna Blood Moon. Trick allows me to mess up Murkrow, especially if I Terra Dark so it can't use Quash versus me, and Light Screen makes it so the rest of my team can take the special attacks aimed at them. Sneasel's Dual Stab is good as always here with Knockoff plus Triple Axle, dealing with a combination of Brute Bonnet and Great Tusk. But Fake Out means I can also either force Murkrow to Terra Ghost or stop it from setting up Tailwind or Sunny Day. My last move, Taunt, stops Brute Bonnet from going for Spore or spamming Rage Powder. Lastly, I have Special Defensive Annihilate with a Citrus Berry to always tank 2 Eruptions from Hisuian Typhlosion, especially when I Terra Water. I went Vital Spirit, that way I don't have to run safety goggles on this thing, or Terra Grass to avoid Spore from Brute Bonnet, and so I can use Terra Water to resist the Ice moves from Glacier. It's my standard Annihilate with Rage Fist, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, and Protect because it's just really good into this game. So that's my team for Week 8 of the SPL Pokemon Draft League. If you enjoyed the Draft League content, let me know by leaving a like and consider subscribing. This might be the last week of regular season, but we're in playoffs, so expect another game next week. And also make sure you check out my opponent, CloverBells. He's a great channel, especially if you want to get into VGC and also learn the team building aspect. Lastly, I want to give a big shout out to Genesis for all the help this week, as well as Gentleman Thomas for the thumbnail image, and Pedro for all the awesome editing. I've held you up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, here we are with Week 8 of the SPL Pokemon Draft League. This is the final week. I didn't do too many mocks, maybe like 3 last night, a couple hours ago, just because we already made playoffs, but we can't really get top 4 anymore, so we can't get the skip. But I'm excited to play Clover. Good dude. If you enjoy the content, let me know. Feel free to leave a like. Looks like we have some version of Tailwind plus Trick Room. I'm going to try the Bronzong Sneasel mode early. I think with Annihilate in the back with Bulk Up, Terra Water, and then if I go Hydrapple, I can afford to go AV Manaphy. Let's see how that works. Terra Ghost Murkrow, Terra Fairy Glacier, Terra Fairy Farigarath, Terra Normal Ursaluna, which makes sense. Great Tusk, Terra Grass, and then Typhlosion, Terra Fire. It's been a minute since I played. Been a couple weeks actually since I played Moxie before Subathon even started. I'm tired, man. Let's get it going. What do we have as a lead? Murkrow and Great Tusk, which makes sense. Not too bad for me. I'm assuming a Tailwind would happen right here. It is Booster Attack. Booster Attack. I think a Fake Out into Great Tusk. And a Trick Room is relatively free. I could Terra Dark as well so they can't taunt me. But I'm not sure if they would. Maybe they make the Quash play, though, instead. I'm going to try and Trick Room anyway. Let's see. See what happens here. Terra Dark can work, right? Because it avoids every Prankster move that Murkrow can go for. Also, Bronzong, congratulations, making it to a game. Cosmo, hope you're happy. I actually like this one a lot, man. I really like Zong. It came to a lot of mocks, to be fair. There's a taunt. That's fine too. That is absolutely fine. So can't get up Trick Room there. Think I'm gonna triple axle into Murkrow. Actually, Murkrow is just a liability, right? I think triple axle into Great Tusk is better. Because at worst it CCs or does anything like that. Taunt. This is booster as well. Booster. Taunt. So maybe a Tailwind or Sunny Day could come out here. I think I'd rather KO Murkrow if I can. I'll do this. So it doesn't go for anything crazy like that. So it allows me to hit it with the triple axle. I only get 2, unfortunately. Allows me to hit it with the triple axle. Goes for CC. That's fine. I wish we hit all 3, but that's fine. I'm assuming we're going to see maybe a foul play into me. Air Slash. Okay, Air Slash, Taunt. Taunt, Air Slash. Let's see if we get a Meteor Beam off here. This would obviously prevent like a Tailwind if it's not Focus Sash. You landing this? I think the triple axle, the next one might have KO'd, but we do land. Beautiful. And Murkrow is not brought to Sash, so that would mean that Murkrow has to be Eviolite, right? Murkrow's. Yeah, it has to be Eviolite, so it's Eviolite Murkrow. I like Manaphy right now. I think Manaphy's definitely the play. Taunt, Air Slash. Pretty sure Scald plus. There's one more turn of Taunt, right? I think just double attacking into Glass is into Great Tusk is fine. Again, I think Murkrow is more of a liability, but I could be wrong. I just don't want a stronger Mon next to Murkrow. I assume it's going to be Tailwind, right? We might see a Terra Grass, but like Ice Beam could come out for me too. But yeah, this could have been changed too if I went for the... Well, if I went for Trick Room, then I could kill that, but then it wouldn't do anything. They now know I'm Meteor Beam, though. We could also see a Quash. Which means Terra Dark looks really good there too. Tailwind, yep. There's a Tailwind. I have no items, so none of my mons should die here. That doesn't kill. Nice. Scald kills that, and then we actually KO both. Does 1,000,000,000%. So there's another Tailwind, obviously, but I don't get any damage off on Bronzong, this is really good. I don't think Bronzong dies to anything. And Bronzong can get a Trick Room up. So this is actually really, really strong to start. Hey, kill for Bronzong this season. Let's go. Taunt, Air Slash, Tailwind. Good to know, good to know. All right, so I'm not taunting anymore, which means I can Trick Room this turn. I'm assuming the back is what? Glass plus Typhlosion, maybe? Ursaluna. And Typhlosion. And all maybe. Bronzong lives with Terra. Kind of comes down to this, right? Because Ursaluna, if I stay regular form, right here, right? Bronzong, I'll tank that, but it's also, it kind of depends on if there's specs or not, too. I think I have to Terra here in Trick Room. I'm just trying to think if it's better because Bronzong does live Typhlosion even if it's specs. Alright, Route Trick Room. It kind of just depends on which one they Terra. I don't know if they're going to Terra Ursaluna or if they're going to Terra Typhlosion instead. All right, they Terra Typhlosion. So I think we made the right play, but it kind of just depends. Because this only do 37 to 44% to me. All right. So we get our nice little Terror off here. They're going to Erupt. I'll be able to figure out how much this does. If it's Specs, though. Yeah, this is modest Specs Typhlosion. That's 37 to 44%. See, on a spread move. Okay, so that is Specs indeed. Hyper Voice, single target. Throat Spray after. Is it Specs? Oh, well, that can't be Specs. That's Life Orb then, right? Alright, so good to know. So that's Orb, right? That has to be Orb, okay. Orb. And then Typhlosion is Specs. Okay. Now we know for the next one. Basically, not that it makes a difference on this one. I can Protect once. How many turns of Tailwind? 2 turns left. Alright, so next time I just Terror Dark immediately. And I think I just go from there. Also, my Scarf Deoxys would be really good here. But that Specs Typhlosion didn't do that much. I think I just let myself die. Try not to reveal too much information. I don't want to protect them because I can't kill them both. Right? So this is Specs Eruption. Modest Specs. This Terror Darts. Did a lot more damage than what it should have. But, I mean, we know for a fact it's Specs based on that. I will take the L, we'll bring it into the next game. Well, we won't bring the L into the next game, but we'll take what we know about it into the next game. So, Life Orb, just attack booster. Anticipated, right, before. Tailwind, Deoxys, plus that. Trick Room up. Ape can... What's it called? Play again with same rules, yes. So Ape can live any hit with bulk ups and a light screen from Dio as well. Psycho Boost into Great Tusk. Let me check how much Dio takes. Because if it's Hack Booster, Great Tusk takes it. Yeah, Hello and Rush, Attack Booster always kills Dios. So I assume they would expect that. This team's very hard hitting as opposed to my fatter team. I like the Bronzong got a kill though. Very happy about that. Okay, so Specs Typhlosion. I think we want you next to Dio with Ape in the back. Because being a water type and then being a Choice Scarf Dio are really good. And then with Ape in the back next to Bronzong to set up Trick Room, just in case I need it, but also be a resist, because I like this one too. I also kind of like the Fake Out pressure as well, especially if he Terras. Because once Ape becomes a water type, which is what I'm going for in this one, it feels a lot easier. Yeah, I think it feels a lot easier with that. So I want the Fake Out pressure. The thing is, Zong is just good natural resist, though. And getting up the Trick Room can help out versus Tailwind, too. They could also go Tailwind. I can reverse the Trick Room as well. So I want to do that. Because I assume you go Trick Room mode now. Right? But at least I can Trick as well. There's no Brute Bonnet or anything crazy. Taunt Air Slash, Tailwind. Manaphy still very good. I can Psycho Boost the Great Tusk as well. Which obviously kills. Just like max HP or something. What if it Terra Grasses? If it Terra Grasses, they don't have Terra on anything, so they're less. Yeah, okay. Not too bad. Alright, so we get to go for the Scarf. And then positionally, we're in with Manaphy, which is what we want. So he's going for the same one again, which makes sense. Psycho Boost on Terra Grass offensive. That still kills. That's very funny. That does 108 minimum. Perfect. So it's pretty free to go for Scald and a Murkrow. And Psycho Boost and a Great Tusk. Yeah, according to this damage calc, it still kills, so. Even with Terra Grass, that's crazy. 108 to 127. Strong Mon. Strong as hell, Mon. Again, just being able to be in with my Mon, I think, is very important. And if we can get a KO now, that'd be great. Yep, there's Tailwind. He's going to find out that my Deoxys is faster. Let's see if we landed. If we land, we kill. Hey, go ahead and give me that Mon. Beautiful. So Great Tusk goes down. So now he knows the information that my Choice Scarf Deoxys is not a meme. And that it is here and it is ready to kill things. So big kill. I'm actually going to be faster than everything. And I get a huge Scald off as well. Maybe even potentially burning. No burn. Big kill though. It's now -2. I'm still faster than both Typhlosion and the... I'm faster than Typhlosion and I'm faster than Bear. And I live Bear as well. Typhlosion comes out. You can find my AV. You're not going to like it, though. Skull Typhlosion. Psycho Boost as well. Just get as much chip as I can. Doesn't do a lot anyway. This will do a good chunk. 56 to 66. So it actually dies to this plus Scald as well. And then it's just last Mon Ursaluna versus an Annihilate plus Friends. So we should be okay, potentially. I still have Bronzong too, which is obviously insanely threatening for that. And I'm just not going to attack Murkrow. Like, Taunt is annoying. Don't get me wrong. But he does see my AV. Maybe it's Glass in the back too. I think he goes Trick Room mode in the back too. I like Dio a lot though. I like Dio a lot. It's just a very threatening lead. But yeah, this is a good chunk. And I'm always going to be faster than Typhlosion. Unless they do that. But that's okay because you still take a Scald. And now we know it's Quash. Nice. Nice. Now we know it's Quash. Beautiful. Get a beautiful Scald off. Ooh! Wait, it kills? I thought I crit that boy. That's so funny. Why does that kill? Hey, yo. Me when I don't mock, so I'm not used. Okay, that was a roll. But we also know he's super offensive for that to kill. Okay, we can go you now. We can go you now. They get up a Trick Room. We don't have to Trick Room. I don't think Quash really matters, right? We just Scald Ursaluna. It has to Terra, so we Meteor Beam it as well. We don't gotta get a Trick Room, I think. It can't kill both. And also, resisting Ursaluna's attack is very important, too, so... Nice. Nice job, Bronzong. Just being here. Look at that, 2 games! This is the last Mon. So we know it's Quash, which means my Terra Darks are really good in this game. The Terra Darks are very, very good in this game. There's the Terra Normal, which is why we Meteor Beamed into that slot. Ursaluna. Blood Bear. Air Slash, they miss, so they can't get a flinch, which is what they're going for, obviously. And they Blood Moon. Into Bronzong? Oh, it's that. Okay, so it doesn't even matter. But they can't Blood Moon this next turn, so it should be game. As long as we land this, it's game. As long as we land this, it's game. Yeah! Meteor Beam! Yeah! Let's go, Mr. Zong. Let's go. Dude! Don't do that damn animation for nothing to happen. It's a rough miss, man. I want to Is there a reason to Terra? I guess air slash flinch would be annoying. Gonna drain punch you. Grass Knot and Flash Cannon do the exact same thing, so just gonna go for it. Yeah, I don't want to get flinched. That really sucks. I think that because I do 81 to 95, right, to no HP, and even if it is HP invested, at least I find out. Because now there's situations where you could technically Earth Power my Bronzong. Now Earth Power is a roll. Actually, it's Life Orb, so it dies. Yeah, so like there's a lot that's actually really bad. This is actually very, very bad. I have potential to lose here. And I have to attack this turn because if they attack my Bronzong instead, it's worse for me. I live Hyper Voice. I live Earth Power. I live everything. I can protect every other turn, I guess. They go for protect, which is fine. Air Slash is just boosting me. It's not going to do much damage. Okay. We know about Quash. Flash Cannon into that. Yep. Do I die to Blood Moon? So freaking strong, man. I do die to Blood Moon. Yeah, now it becomes like a 50-50 too, because he could just attack in the other one. Also, there's a good shot. I can't get a Trick Room in front of this thing because of the way it works. So, like if he Earth Powers into me and calls, it's a great game because then he just quashes and wins. Yeah, he tail wins, which is whatever. Oh, that's why he did that. He Blood Moons. Okay, we got it. We got the play right. Let's go. So he can't Blood Moon this turn, which is great. And all I gotta do is Flash Cannon. Do a lot of damage. Let's go. Let's go, Monsieur Bronzong. Appreciate you. He can't kill me without doing anything, so I'm going for Trick Room this turn too. Because he would have to quash both, right? So I like Drain Punching it. He can't kill that one. He might protect. There goes for Air Slash. You cannot... That crit actually really hurts. That crit actually really hurts, man. Are you serious? Okay, good. We live. Thank you. Woof. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Don't flinch. Well, you can't quash both, right? So it doesn't matter if he flinches. You cannot quash both. So Trick Room was the play. Oh, thank you. All right, so we get rid of this demon. This demon. And we get a Trick Room up, which should ensure victory because they have been faster than me now. Woof. Nasty, man. All right, very, very nasty. Good job, Bronzong. Thank you for bringing it back. Don't want to reveal I have Grass Knot because, you know, I don't think I have to. Good job, Bronzong. You did it for me, buddy. Let's go. All right. On to game 3. On to game 3. This is going to be close. This is going to be close. I assume Trick Room mode comes out now. I like my lead a lot. There's a chance I can just not Terra Water. Depending on what they bring, there is a chance. I can also lead off with... Draco, does Draco kill Murkrow? Am I Drapple? Murkrow, Draco does not die. Same rules. I don't want to adjust here. Obviously I like Bronze on the back there. Help me out a lot. Trick Room mode's still very scary with glass too. Trick Room mode very scary with glass. Tailwind mode too, though. I think I bring the same. I think I bring the same ones. Because I have Trick and I have Light Screen too, so I always have potential there. Need some water, man. Yeah, I think I bring the same mon, same leads, and I just change up how I turn one. Because resisting it is nice too. Because obviously it can quash. We'll see. It's going to be close too because terastallizing that means Farigarath is scarier. But Farigarath also can't touch Bronzong. Glastrier can. With Crunch and stuff, which probably definitely has. If it's AV, Glastrier, it's a threat too. I feel like Ape can do it as well. We'll see. I do like that though. I think it gives me the most flexibility. I still like Sneasel though, to be fair, but I think Sneasel next to Terra, Dark, and Trick Room is better. Also, because they're Tailwind, it leads us to believe that most of their Mons will be outsped by my Mons in the Trick Room, even if, well, not most of them, but some of them. We'll see. All right, buddy. Have fun. Let's see what happens here. It's time. Have some fun. Terra Dark Deoxys means I cannot get quashed. Murkrow on Great Tusk. Again, Terra Dark means I cannot get quashed. So that's big. Yep. I think he goes for the kill as well on that. Is it better to knock Murkrow? I just like scalding Murkrow. I think I Terra Dark here so it can't quash me, like I said, and I kill Great Tusk. A best case would be Great Tusk Terras and then dies. Again, Terra Darking does make me weaker to fire moves and stuff like that, but and the glass, but I really feel like Quash is really free for my opponent, so just to kill Deoxys. At least next turn. All right, they Terra. Terra Grass. We know that this still dies. So that's good. Wait, I was level 100 in the calc, wasn't I? Oh, don't tell me I was level 100 in the calc. Yep, they try to quash me. Perfect. No Tailwind then, potentially. We do land. Oh, Great Touch just barely dies. Barely doesn't die, excuse me. But, oh, they Earthquake here. That's okay. I won't die to that. Come on, Opal. That crit hurts so much. Dude, that crit hurts so much. Okay, we burn Murkrow though, which is nice. That crit actually hurts so much. Because I need its AV. Nasty roll. Not Levitate, so. Psycho Boost here for sure. Again, just keep scalding on Murkrow. They did try to quash me. I'm surprised though, because quash wouldn't have... I'm actually surprised, because that EQ doesn't kill me, so... Yeah, there's Tailwind. They still die here. Come on, buddy. Yeah! Alright, that Mon's dead, and Murkrow's basically dead. It's the glass that I'm scared about, though. Because the glass comes out and starts getting a little bit out of hand. Glass starts out and starts getting a little bit out of hand. Murkrow dies in 2 turns, right? 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. 2-3. But yeah, that crit on Opal sucks because it makes it so... Actually, I just never attack Murkrow, ever. I'm assuming Glass comes out, right? They did Terra, though, so there's no Terra they can do. So they are always going to be weak to Annihilate. They're always going to be weak to Meteor Beam. Ursaluna is always going to be weak to Grass Knot. So that's always an option. And I have not revealed Grass Knot yet. That's something they don't know about. There's Ursaluna, yep. Hyper Voice picks up a KO here. Psycho Boost as well, just on the chip. I guess I could technically save Deoxys depending on what's in the back. It kind of just depends. If it's Typhlosion, it's a little bit scary, but it's not the end of the world. Because they can't Terra normal the bear. But I can also crit Psycho Boost, so... There's options here. There's options. And they have to taunt me, I think, too, right? I think, anyway. I don't know. Also, Rage Fist kills Typhlosion, which is neutral boost, so... There's a lot of, like, little things that have to happen here. All right, they do switch out, which is fair. What do you have in the back? Typhlosion? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. They can't Terra Fire it, though, which is big. So maybe he's finding... Yeah, good land. All right, little bit of chip. Goes a long way. Hyper Voice. Again, I don't die! Oh, that's huge! Bro, that's huge! That is huge. Huge turn. Oh, that is big. Because I am offensive Manaphy, man. That is so big because Ursaluna dies. Manaphy, baby! This Mon, I've done a different set every single week, and this Mon is the GOAT. Everybody who doubted this Mon, nah, don't be doubting. Bronzong about to come in right here too. I had to bring out Zong because we want Merkle to at least die. Because even if it's single target eruption, I'm max Spadef on Annihilate. So we need Merkle to die. Single target eruption does 1,000,000,000%. But I'm just gonna meter beam. Like even if they because what they want to do here, they want to KO Manaphy with Merkle, right? So that way it's a single target eruption. But I'm heat proof. And they can't Terra. Yeah, Bronzong! Let's go, baby. You live air slash for days. Let's go, baby. Miss, just so I don't have to worry about that. Come on, let's go. Yeah, it landed too. That's an animation. Wait. I don't know if that... Does that mean it landed? Wait, does that mean it landed? I don't know if that... Did they do that anyway? All right. Does it land? Yeah, Bronzong. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Go ahead and give me that whole Typhlosion. Heat-proof Bronzong, baby. Cosmo, I hope it was worth the wait. I hope it was worth the wait, my friend. I hope it was worth the wait. I truly did. I truly did. Better late than never, right? Never revealed. Whew. Man. That crit turn one was almost crazy, too. That crit turn one was crazy. Because it actually almost made the Hyper Voice kill. Man, big shout out to you. Oh, flinch me too. That way Bronzong gets another kill. All right. Yeah, LA Wakers win. We go 6-2. I don't think that means we qualify for the 1 week break, unfortunately. But I'm going to hit up Clover to do an interview. And yeah, great game to end the season. Bronzong put in work in all 3 games. And they have Annabelle, and we're using the bell. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'll hit up Clover. I'll see y'all in the next one. That's it. Peace. All right, guys. Last interview of the regular season versus Clover. This Merkle, man. This Merkle was putting me down with its taunt quash. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great.
It's
yeah, we just wrapped it up.
yeah. We literally just finished. You had a really cool season, and now you get to use Lunala in Regulation I more. So I know you're even more excited about that. But you guys also had an awesome IRL season too this time. So how you feeling, man? How'd it feel to do draft?
Yeah, it was our first time. You know, didn't really know what to expect, especially after those first 2 weeks. And once I saw what Amo and the one we're bringing, that's when I said, you know what, these guys are playing VGC, but they're not really playing VGC. So we made some adjustments and just changed the way we played and built. And then we took 3 more weeks, right, including the week against Aaron, right?
Yes.
Cybertron.
Big week, good. Big win.
Yeah, and maybe even could have took him today. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I took a risk at the end there. I was just debating, you know, should I air slash and click the Hyper Voice and kill the Opal, or I can pray that it kills, Hyper Voice kills, and just get Typhlosion in position now, and we'll see what happens. But it didn't pick up. The Manaphy lived, and I lost after that.
Yeah, that's the power of
my season.
the mythical. That's the power of the. I'm gonna be honest. KOing Typhlosion was not also something I expected with Scald in game 2. I think that was game 2. Was that game 2 where I Scald killed you from full? Like,
I mean, look at it. It's a. Oh yeah, you don't even. Well, no. You did a lot of special attack misses. That was always gonna kill.
I'm pretty sure it does like 90 to something, like 90. I'll be real. I did not run no calcs. We just saw the only thing I want to see was the Deoxys calc, and I calced it wrong because this guy's level 100 here.
I was like, yeah, oh bro, he went first. Like,
yeah.
And it was max special attack. So like in draft prep, we figured like, okay, this guy's could just go screens and just like support. We don't think Thunderwave is coming. I have too many ground types. But we thought this was screens. All right, so there is one screen.
There's one screen. Yeah, there's one screen here, light screen, which helps up Ape because Ape was like max special defense, Terra Water, Vital Spirit, so you couldn't brute bonnet me with that. Initially, I think I was Terra Dark for Murkrow, so you can't quash and you can't do anything. But like, it was so much better being able to resist. No, I was Terra Grass. I was Terra Grass plus Defiant for Brute Bonnet. But it was so much because this guy's a threat. Like it's not a Calyrex, but it's close. Like it is disgusting under Trick Room.
He had a great run this year. Like I picked him up mid draft, right? I said this in the other interview. 600 base stats, right? And I didn't bring him to every week, but I brought him to Nexus, right? He beat the Iron Hands with the Iron Defense body set. Then I brought him to Aaron, and it outsped his Ursaluna and his Enamorous.
And killed everything, basically,
along with the Blood Moon, right? So I was like, this guy, you got to respect him. So, I didn't bring him here. Then, to be honest, it was a bluff. I was never going to bring the Glacier or the Friggrath. I was always bringing the other 4.
Tailwind mode's very strong,
Yeah, I figured, look, he doesn't know I have spread moves yet. I haven't really clicked Earthquake once in draft week. I was like, let me show this in game 3. It's time. and then Typhlosion or Blood Moon can just clean up. That was the game plan. But then I was like, oh shoot, this guy just lit Hyper Voice. He's 80 Manaphy.
Yeah, like, dude. It was it's super like this mon. This mon was so unique this season because I've used Tail Glow, I've used screens as well, and like just support option too. Like it's such a good mon. And I love what it did for the squad. It basically did it. I really wanted to bring Hydrap onto this, but this is my issue when I was looking at everything, right? Because like this is really cool under Trick Room versus your Tailwind mode, and then I'm also pretty positive I'd be faster than like these mons outside, though this one is obviously different. But but it was a Terra Hog, Like I wanted water because everything needed water on this because of this guy.
Yes.
This guy.
Right.
Like people say this guy, but no, this guy.
That's why I drafted. Yeah, and when we were doing like draft prep, with I'll call it the front office. Our draft prep, like he brought like 4 Terra Waters. Like, there's got to be some respect to Typhlosion here. But then, if you do that, I'm just gonna melt with Earthquake and Hyper Voice.
Exactly. So it's like
there's only so many Terras you could put.
That's the big thing about it, yeah. And like that when I Terra Dark Deoxys, I was really hoping for a quash that turn 1. I mean, but I also the kill on thing because I ran the calc. I guess I ran it wrong, but I thought it killed regardless. But it was like a 90 to 107 roll on 0 bulk, which I mean it makes sense. You're running speed. You need the speed to outspeed my Deoxys with that. Yeah, which is why it was very easy to run Choice Scarf Deoxys because it outspeeds all your mons under Tailwind too, which I thought was really cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I just had to hope that like okay, if I can just maybe clean up with the other 2, like okay, I got a shot there, but the Manaphy did not drop, and I couldn't Terra anymore because I had to burn the Terra on the Tusk.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, bro. I was like, I might regret this Terra for later because I know Typhlosion is definitely in the back, but maybe that was like the trade-off, right? Like I wanted to be Terra Water still on my Ape in the back. You wanted to be Terra Fire or Terra Normal on your Blood Moon in the back. So that was obviously the trade-off for the beginning. A little Bronzong for MVP, first game of the season.
I agree. That thing we knew that was coming. Just because it does
it's a good matchup
into the Blood Moon. There was an instance in game 2. I do remember this, where I wanted to click.
Earthpower.
Well, you were next to that thing. It was the Blood Moon in front of the Ape and the Bronzong. It was in the end here, right? I was like, okay, it's my last turn of Tailwind. This guy might click Protect right now, and then we'll see, right? So like, you know, because I need another chance to use Blood Moon, so let me Protect first. And then he didn't click Protect. I was like, no, he doesn't have Protect. What?
So that was so that was my here's my fear. I missed Meteor Beam versus your Ursaluna one of the games when it Terra Normal. Because I missed Meteor Beam, if you call my Protect and then Earth Power my Bronzong and kill it with Life Orb, I can lose the game because then you get a full power Blood Moon plus Air Slash. So
I can't wait, but I can't click Earth Power into that thing. You have Levitate.
No, bro. I lived Eruption. I'm heat proof.
Oh, bro, I was wondering, like, wait a minute, Bronzong lived Eruption?
Yeah,
like, wait a second.
No, I was heat proof the whole. That's what I was scared. That's what I was fearing too. I was like, is this too telegraph? But hey, it worked.
No,
like,
I did not expect that.
I am okay with this. I am very okay with this, bro. You didn't see your Eruption do 56?
I did. I was like, wait, is Typhlosion actually just this week? I was like, wait.
Thank God VGC players don't use damage calculators while they play the actual game IRL. Woof.
No, that's just on me. No, that's just on me. I was like, wait a second. Oh, okay. If I had known that, right, in open team.
Yeah. Obviously.
Oh yeah, I'm clicking her.
Yeah. So that was where I was worried about the Meteor Beam missing, because Meteor Beam did enough for where even if you even if you Earth Powered to that, at least Drain Punch guarantee KOs. So it's safer for me to just attack with both. So
that's just me. Yeah.
Hey, it happens, bro.
You got it.
And then
that's just me not realizing that. I actually didn't even expect Bronzong. I knew Bronzong gets what is that called? Heat proof?
Yeah.
But I never see that being used.
I mean, it's a hard call here because obviously you have Great Tusk and Ursaluna, but it was just me respecting the hell out of Typhlosion as well. Like, that's the big one. Like, I knew these guys were good, but I really felt like I had to respect this guy. Shout out to Genesis as well for all the freaking help last night. Because
I understand. No, then I deserve to lose. I should have just realized that. No, bro, damn it. Okay, but yeah, overall, it was our first draft league, and there were a lot of things that was going on that we just didn't expect. We didn't know like if certain mons could run this move or whatnot. It's a different experience to the VGC play.
No, I agree. But, I'm happy you joined.
Overall, I think it was a great time. I was happy to join in. I know there was a couple of plays, in some weeks where I wish I could have had back. But it is what it is. That's just, that one is on us. But I think we had enough, to do well. I do think so. Originally I was looking at this like, okay, I think this is a little linear. I don't know if I could win a game here, but then I realized, okay, wait, this mon could do this. We could run this kind of set, and we don't even know.
Bro,
and then it took 3 weeks.
Exactly. You drafted, you drafted, in my opinion, mons that are just good at draft. So Glass Gray, for instance, obviously, you can do the Trick Room, but you can do, if you wanted to, like, there is potential here still with, like, this actually outspeed stuff, right? When it's in Tailwind type stuff. So, like, and it has the perfect stats. You showed Iron Defense Body Press, right? You showed all that stuff. You drafted mons that have the stats that can do whatever they want. Farigarath can do whatever it wants, right? Obviously, it's always Trick Room or supporting, but shoot, there's other options too. There's Calm Mind and Nasty Plot options too. And next to like Follow Me, when you had Smeargle before. So I think there's a lot of options, a lot of things you could do. And would you do draft again?
Yeah, I would do it again. It's just all about a time thing.
Yeah, of course.
Because during the basketball season, there's just no time. But when I was presented, when Shuckle, asked me, at the time, I was like, okay, basketball season is almost over. I could do this because this is like the perfect sweet spot where like I have enough time based on like IRL stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I have some experience, okay, I think doing something like this again, I would definitely do it in the future. But maybe like not like immediately.
No, of course, in time. But
it was a lot of prep. No, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I had like me in the front office, when we were like doing prep for this stuff, like oh my god, like I was spending like 3 hours every day.
I understand. I understand completely. And sometimes, when that happens and you lose, it's like, oh. But it's always an experience and always going from it. That's how I felt last week versus Moxie when I prepped a lot and then I just got frozen both games, so I couldn't do anything. So
yeah, dude, Moxie won like 4 straight, bro. I was like, yo, this guy just came from the depths. He just stole the Cinderella story from me.
literally made it to playoffs from actually winning that. It was like 0 and X or X and 4, something like that, or X and 3. But I'm glad you come back. It has been a pleasure watching your games this season. I'm also glad your team won as well, and that you guys had your celebratory vacation or whatever it was. It was something like that, or just a cool trip or whatever it was you had.
Oh yeah,
I'm glad you guys had it. Glad you guys won.
and then next week, no one else is it. But next week, we're going to Korea. So I was like, wait, if I win today and then we have to play playoffs, how am I going to do this? I was like, uh-oh.
Well, the thing is, you can still make playoffs too, though, is the thing. You could. If it would come down to Joe and then differential and stuff. Because this is a 2-1 loss, right? Or 1-2 loss. So that's...
You get a point, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it comes down to that. So you might have to play from Korea, depending.
Bro.
That's it.
Oh man. Okay, we'll see.
You get 2 weeks though, because it would be this round would be the first. This week coming up would be the first week, or this week we're in right now is the first week of playoffs, and then obviously top 4 have their skip, so they don't play till next week. So,
I see.
Oh, we'll see how things go. We'll know literally by the end of the day. Like we'll literally know by the time that last game gets played in 2 hours. But thank you so much, bro, for joining. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining the draft league. I very much have enjoyed, especially seeing. It's so fun for me seeing someone start to understand draft, as it's not just VGC. Like especially VGC draft is not just VGC, so it's really fun starting to see that. And I love getting to watch that and then watching you pick up win after win after win. I think was really cool. Anything you want to tell the viewers as well, guys? Obviously, go sub with Clover. Anything you want to say at all to them? You can. Floor is yours.
I just want to say, like when I took the offer to come in, I figured, listen, it's 2025, brand new year. Let me see what else I could do that's like new and different Pokemon wise.
Yeah.
I never did draft league before, so I figured let me just try this once, just to say that I did it once. And at least gain a perspective.
Yeah.
Because this is like I never did a draft league, so like, hey, let me try it. Let me see what this is like. Because I've seen it around. I've seen Smogon OU terms being thrown around. Like I have no idea what that still is. By the way, this is like probably the singles landscape, which is also still something I've never done either.
Yeah.
Right. But I wanted to try it just to see what it's like, and it was good. It was a good time. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad, bro. I really am, and hopefully in the future we can have you. But
yeah, absolutely.
Please sub to him. Check him out. You gonna be playing any Regulation I at all? Any tournaments coming up? Anything for you? I know you're going to Korea, like you said. So
we've been doing a lot of team building for Regulation I. We make all of our squads public on the channel, so this way people can grab something and test something immediately.
Nice.
Yeah, and people have historically have done well with our teams. They've been able to win tours. Get into day 2 in some regionals. Even like last year when someone took one of our teams and made day 2 into worlds. So that was also like pretty cool.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, like our job on the channel is to teach VGC, especially the team building aspect, because not enough of that is being shown. Just like a step-by-step process. And I understand, just because people want to keep things secret, but we always make everything public. Yeah, but we always make everything public. Our goal is to at least show the process of what it takes to, learn this game and how to build a competitive squad from the EV standpoint. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right, well, please sub to Clover. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, that's it. Peace. Leave a like.